Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some of the differences between Reiki and 13 Octave La Ho Chi as energy healing modalities. But before we jump in and get started, just a couple of updates. I am teaching a 13 Octave La Ho Chi certification, so if you do want to get certified in this powerful modality, the link for my website will be down below so you can check it out. I am going to be doing 2 early bird classes that are a lower price point before we start doing larger groups classes towards like end of summer to the fall time. So definitely if you want to check those out, the link will be down below. Also, I did add new dates for the Akashic Records 5-hour intensive. So if you want to learn how to read your past lives, how to heal your past lives, how to work with your ancestors through the records, heal generational trauma, ton of stuff, the link will be down below as well. And also a new announcement, we are going to be starting a community-based energy healing, a monthly series that we're going to be doing every other month. Well, every month we're going to do a different energy healing as a community. So we'll come together for an hour. It's going to be donation based, so the link will be down below to get tickets. So you do have to register every month. And it's not a workshop, it's just like coming together. You guys know how we do the weekly community oracle pulls where we come together and so you guys can have access to affordable like readings. It's the same thing with the energy healing, the community energy healing. I was like sitting with my spirits and they told me that it is needed because more people like energy healing services is a lot, because even channeling the energy down can be a lot on the body. So it's important to, you know, for those who want to have energy healing but maybe can't afford it, to have access to it. So that's where we're going to start doing community-based led events for energy healing as well. We're starting with 13 Octave La Ho Chi for April, so the link to sign up will be down below. With that being said, we're going to jump into some of the differences between Reiki and 13 Octave La Ho Chi, because when it comes to energy healing, the one where everybody kind of jumps to the most as far as like energy healing, and when you say the words energy healing to someone, people think, oh, crystal healing, or, you know, they think immediately it usually just goes to Reiki because Reiki is probably the most popularized, right? But 13 Octave La Ho Chi is the next step in energy healing as far as like taking it to a higher level. And we will be talking more about 13 Octave La Ho Chi on the channel as well. And of course, like I mentioned before, I am doing the certifications as well. So if you want to get attuned to it, that's something that I'm offering. But some of the differences between Reiki and La Ho Chi. Well, first and foremost, Reiki is a lot softer. So I want you to think of Reiki like the moon and 13 Octave like the sun. There are 2 different, you know, planetary bodies that do very important things for us, right? But the energy itself, very different, right? The moon will have this gentler kind of energy, and that's really what Reiki is. Reiki is universal, just light healing, but it is very, very gentle on the body. Versus 13 Octave La Ho Chi is very high frequency. So 13 Octave La Ho Chi literally takes it up to a whole nother level, because it is very powerful. It is very intense. It is very like your body, you feel yourself like really, like one of the things that you guys know, I had made a video right after I got my first attunement. When I got certified, I ended up knocking out. I fell asleep for like 5 hours afterwards because my body needed to calibrate. My spirits were like, you need to rest. I needed to calibrate to the frequency because it was so intense. And it's just, really, 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 really powerful in that way. It takes it up to another level because we are working with just a lot of energy versus Reiki, which is a lot softer energy. And even the process of Reiki, you're channeling energy through your hands, but it is something that, you know, you're moving, going through the body, checking in the body, versus 13 Octave La Ho Chi. When you're in a session, different hand positions that we do, they triangulate inside the body and they activate different things at the same time. They triangulate with different points, with the different hand positions that we do, and they really help to clear any debris, remove stagnant energy, stagnant thoughts, really helps to unlock your gifts as well and to open them up and really just realign. So one of the other differences between Reiki and 13 Octave LaHoChi is that 13 Octave LaHoChi is a heart space, is a heart energy center based practice. So what that means is that, you know, with Reiki is different because you are channeling the energy through your hands, and that's how you're directing the energy, right? But with 13 Octave La Ho Chi, we are channeling the energy through our crown. We are anchoring the energy down here, and then it starts to, once we anchor here, we're anchored in the 13 octave, then we are pushing the energy through our hands, and the energy just flows. One of the other differences is that, you know, yes, with Reiki is universal light healing, but with 13 Octave La Ho Chi, the energy that's channeled, it's coming through from the collective of the Council of Love, which is a collective of ascended masters and spirits that came together to basically push the energy of the universal mother and love through the energy healing session. Because again, like I said, this is a heart-based practice. You have to be anchored in your heart. There's a lot of heart healing, but as the energy is going through, it's going through every single part of your body. So you're cleansing, you're releasing, you're shifting, is moving through every part of your body, but it is anchored down here first. One of the things that I teach within the Akashic Records is that we heal our past lives through our hearts, because our heart carries a lot of trauma. It carries past life trauma. It is where that is stored. So having this space being very clear helps for not only manifestation, but helps for self-alignment. Not only when it comes to loving yourself, but also to stay in alignment with your higher self and to the divine. So it is where we anchor here, but the energy flows throughout the body. We do work with angels during a session. This is another one of the differences between Reiki and 13 Octave La Ho Chi. With 13 Octave La Ho Chi, you are highly protected in a session. And one of the other bonuses is that when you're doing a 13 Octave La Ho Chi session, like for a client, you're also getting healed. So the person channeling the energy is also getting healed. Like anytime any of you have ever like booked a session with me for 13 Octave La Ho Chi and I'm like sending the energy to you, I'm also feeling it moving through my own body as well, because again, I'm already anchored in it, but as I'm in different hand positions, I feel it clearing and triangulating as well in certain areas and clearing any debris. So it's really nice because you're also getting healed in the process. With Reiki, you're not. You're again channeling universal light energy through to the person. So you're very much like the middle person just sending the energy through. But with 13 Octave La Ho Chi, not only are you protected because we do anchor and work with the angels in the practice. The angels are involved with not only sending the energy but also helping us do the entire energy healing session, which is important because you're more protected from any energy attaching itself to you, which is something that can happen with Reiki. One of the stories that my own like Reiki master had told us, because she had told us a couple of different stories of how, you know, different Reiki sessions, sometimes she's absorbed into her own body certain things that she was, you know, healing with a client within a Reiki session. Like this one time she said that a client came in and his right foot was hurting so bad, and so they had the Reiki healing session, and by the end of it, it was gone. However, she ended up absorbing that foot pain in that same foot, and then she had to go in, do a cleansing and do like a release and focus on healing it. And that was frustrating for her because she was like, like, man, that's a little bit annoying that sometimes the energy can be so intense in a client's body, or there's like stagnant stuff or things that are going on that even though we are taught within Reiki to, you know, cleanse and do all of the things, sometimes the energy, you know, can attach itself. With 13 Octave La Ho Chi, that does not happen. You are like, when I say divinely protected in a session, you are divinely protected and you're also getting healed. So again, it's a 2-for-1. That's why one of the reasons why I love it so much is it's so nice getting to do the sessions, and I'm always like, oh, I'm also getting a healing. This is great. And the energy just flows through. So it's a great thing to kind of have that, you know, you're protected, the angels got you, and the energy is being redirected. So that's the other thing about it. Now, another difference between 13 Octave La Ho Chi and Reiki is that, you know, with Reiki, you work with different crystals for the different energy points, and they're respective rulerships, right? With 13 Octave LaHoChi, we're just working with Lemurian quartz crystals, which are the ones that vibrate at the frequency that we're working with the 13 octave. So they're able to not only assist in the healing, but, you know, help remove the blockages in the body. So we're just working with Lemurian quartz crystal. And the last thing that I want to mention for the differences between 13 Octave LaHoChi and Reiki is that with Reiki, there are different levels that you can also, you know, go up in, like Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, which is just becoming a Reiki master, but also there's other types of Reiki as well. With 13 Octave LaHoChi, there's only one level, which is the practitioner level, unless you wanted to become a 13 Octave LaHoChi master, which is just when you're teaching it, but it's literally just one level basically. So yeah, so it's the energy, powerful energy, high frequency, focuses on heart healing, and it's just so powerful. Like I wish we could just like come together and do like a whole session, but that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the community energy healing session. So I really hope that you guys can come through. Anyway, with that being said, I love you guys so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this also, you know, gave you some insight on some of the differences between 13 Octave LaHoChi and Reiki. It's definitely something that I recommend, especially if you already have your attunement for Reiki. Helps to continue your energy healing journey and to just push the energy through. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that, you know, you got a little bit more enlightened on the differences, and I love you guys so much. I will definitely see you in the next one.